Hello, boys and girls. One of my most favorite activities is to go shopping in a bookstore. It's so much fun to wander around the aisles and find so many different types of books. There are books about faraway places. There are some that are magical, wizards, witches. There's even some that help you become an expert on a particular topic, like animals or even people. Now, how do you find, though, that perfect book, that book that is meant just for you? Book shopping is a little bit like the story of Goldilocks and the Three Bears. In that story, Goldilocks ran into a problem. Sometimes things were just too hot or too cold, but other times they were just right. And books are just like that. Some books are too easy. Now, easy books aren't terrible. In fact, we should read easy books because we want to relax and enjoy something. And reading a book over and over again helps you improve as a reader. Other books might be too challenging. Books that are too challenging are not much fun to read. In fact, I might not even know some of the words in there. I spend so much time deciphering what I am reading that I don't know what I just read. It's no fun to read something that is too hard or challenging. But other times, books are just right. And that just right book is not too easy and not too hard, but it's somewhere in the middle. It helps you grow as a reader and a learner, but also lets you enjoy reading. So by the end of today, you will be able to confidently say, I can tell when a book is just right for me. So before you head off and find that just right book, it's important to think about, what does just right reading sound like? Well, if something's too easy, you can read it in a snap. You can read it really, really, really fast and go through all the things, and you might just be talking so fast because it's just so easy. But if something is really hard, you sound a little bit more robotic. Your sentences are not going to be seamless. So just right reading is smooth. It flows. You can scoop up phrases into chunks, and that makes you sound like a fluent reader. You might stumble across 1, 2, or even 3 words, but no more than 5, because then you know it is too challenging. So good reading is smooth. It is fluid. You can read it with very little help. And even if you stumble on a word, you can use clues in your reading to figure out what that word might mean. So that gives me an idea of just right reading. It's smooth, got it. I don't sound like a robot. I know most of the words, and even if I stumble on the words, I can figure out the meaning of them. And of course, it is definitely enjoyable, because something that isn't enjoyable would not be just right reading. So now that you know what just right reading sounds like, I'm going to teach you another strategy, a trick to helping you pick that just right book. And this is called the 5-finger strategy. Kind of like the story hand, but this isn't the story hand, the 5-finger trick. Your fingers represent a challenging word in a text. And every time you come across a challenging word, you're gonna put your finger up. Now remember, this is only for one page. So if I am reading the book Flat Stanley Ready for Adventure, I would turn to the very first page. You always start on the first page, but you can even try a page in the middle if you'd like to. Now as I'm reading this book, on the first page, I would put a finger up for every word I stumble upon. Now, if I get to the end of the page and I have 5 fingers up, I know this book is too challenging. Put it away and try another book. However, if I'm reading that first page and I only have, say, 1, 2, 3, or even 0 fingers up, I know this book is just right. So that's a handy trick. Let me show you. Stanley Lambchop and his younger brother Arthur were sitting on the couch at home. Arthur held up a world map open on his lap and a pencil in his hand. How about here? He said, I don't know that word, 1, the pencil in the air, then poking the map with the eraser. Stanley looked at the spot. He shook his head. I don't think so, he said. That place is in the, I'm not sure, ocean. Okay, well, I'm done with that page. How many fingers do I have up? 2. But guess what? I only have 2. This is a just right fit for me. So I should continue reading this book. It is perfect for myself. Now, a book that's perfect for me might not be perfect for you or even for a friend. And it's important as a reader to recognize that a just right book for you is important. Don't be just like your friends. Honor yourself, because when you honor yourself as a reader, you will grow and you will also enjoy reading. And that's what we want. We want to enjoy reading. Reading is so much fun, and it's important to recognize that you are important as a reader and as a learner. So boys and girls, as you are picking out that just right fit for you, think about all the things we've talked about. How does your reading sound? Is it fluid? Is it smooth? Do you come across any tricky words? And if you do, use the 5-finger method. If you have 5 fingers up, by the end of one page, we know that book is too hard. And as you're reading, do you make sense of what you are reading? Can you use the context clues in the story to figure out what an unknown word means? Now, if you have those things in mind, I'm sure and confident you will pick a book that is just right for you. And over time, those just right books are gonna get harder and harder, because then you will be growing as a reader. So boys and girls, keep selecting those books, and I can't wait to see what you pick out next.